Hello everybody, little Dave again from sunny Derbyshire in the UK today. Now for this video, I thought we'd have a look at some of my Beatles singles. Now this might be in maybe 1, 2, 3 or maybe even 4 parts, because I don't know if you can see if I just do that way like that. This box set here, there's 2 rows, and that is all of my Beatle and solo Beatles singles. So I'm going to go through. Once I get to half an hour, I'm going to stop. Then I'll do another part later. So some are English, some are foreign. There's some duplicates. I'm just going to go through the whole lot. And then obviously when we get to them, it could be 4, maybe even 5 parts. I don't know. So we're going to start off with basically a very, very early Beatles single. But it wasn't actually released in the UK till 1964. But it was recorded in 1961 in Germany. And it's the Beatles with Ain't She Sweet on Polydor. This is a slightly later reissue. The label's not very good on it. It's got a bit missing there. And on the B side, it is If You Love Me Baby, which is a vocal by Tony Sheridan, but it is the Beatles backing him. This is actually German press. I don't think it's a British pressing. But the catalogue number is 52317A. These are actually pretty rare to come by. The albums and stuff are, quite easy to get by. So that's the first one. That's Ain't She Sweet. Oh, ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. Excuse me 1 minute. Value-wise on that, it's probably worth about £10. The next one I've got. This is a 1982, reissue of Please Please Me, with P.S. I Love You on the B side. So on Red Parlophone. Catalogue number is R4949. Picture sleeve, which even in the early 80s was quite rare for the UK, to be honest. Like I say, it is a reissue. So they've tried to get these labels virtually identical to the 1962 version, but unfortunately the biggest cock up they made was this version of Love Me Do isn't the original UK single version, it's the album version. Value wise, again, around about the £5, maybe £10 mark. It is in pretty nice condition, not really a lot of play to it. Then we have a 1983 reissue of Please Please Me. Again, like I say, even in the 80s, it was quite rare to get Beatles singles in picture sleeves. Again, this is on the Red Parlophone label. Actually, I forgot this on there. So that's the A side. That's the B side. So the catalogue number for this was 45R4983. And these are the original mono mixes, as far as I know. Again, not worth a great deal, probably again between £5 and £10. Then we have, this is a black label, Please Please Me. This is from the early 60s, so it's got the Parlophone code text and that label, but it doesn't have the sold in the UK wording. And it is a 1N mix. I presume that means it is a very, 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 very early 1963 copy. And on here, it just still say the 45R. So the catalogue number for this is 45R4983. Value-wise on these, it's hard to say, because As you know, I don't think this is the original company sleeve, by the way. I think it's an issue, which you can pick up. You can get about 20 of these for about 15 quid, I think it is. Because I do use them just so that they look nice. Yeah, value-wise on these, I think most of them are between £5 and £10. There's some people on eBay that are wanting like 30 or 40 quid for them. This is a later copy of Please Please Me, with Ask Me Why. Again, I don't think this is the original picture company sleeve. But the nice thing about this is, although it's still got the parlophone text there, the 45 bit there, so it said, well, on the other one it said 45R, it's just now R, so this means it is a later pressing, but it is still a 1N matrix. Nice, aren't they? Again, worth anywhere between £5 and £10. This is a 1980s, well, late 70s, early 80s repress on a one box AMI. Again, catalogue number is R4983. Then the difference with this is, like I tried to say on the LPs of the week, on here it says EMI Records now, not the Parlophone Co. or the Gramophone Co. Solid centre as well. Nice condition. Again, probably worth around the £8 mark. Excuse me. Again, I think this is an original 1960s company sleeve, but I don't think it's for 1963 record. I think it's for later on, because on the back it's got adverts for like Sergeant Pepper and things like that, if you can see. So I'd say that's probably for something like the Lady Madonna single would probably look better than that. Now we've got a copy of For Me to You. Again, I think this is a UK first pressing. Catalogue number is R5015, and it is a 1N matrix number. And interesting about this is, although it's got the Parlophone Co Limited there still, if you actually look, it says McCartney Lennon, not Lennon McCartney. And then on the B side, we had the classic Thank You Girl. I could tell the world a thing or two about our love. Again, still no sold in the UK tech, so you know it does mean it is an early 60s press. I would actually say that is an original first UK pressing. Plain white sleeve, unfortunately. And this is another one, another For Me to You. If you can actually see, this labelling is slightly different to that one. You can see it's smaller. That one's smaller. So that's the other one that's like got larger text on it. This is actually smaller text. Still got the Parlophone Co on around the rim, and it is still a 1N matrix number. Not in bad condition, actually. I do still play these, but it's very, very occasionally that I'll play them. This is I think it was a 20th anniversary one, so it'd be 1983, wouldn't it? Which is actually a picture disc of For Me to You. And on the B side, it's still Thank You Girl, but it was 20 years ago today. Nice. And I think this is the only Beatles picture disc single that I've got. I think. I could be wrong. Value wise on that, I'm not quite sure. I have seen them going for silly money on eBay, like £15-60, but I'd say it's more like 20. This is another copy of For Me to You. Again, it's got the very, very small label text on it, but for some reason it's in a Columbia sleeve. And as far as I know, as long as I've had this, it has been in a Columbia record sleeve. So obviously somebody's put it in the wrong sleeve at some time. It has still got the Parlophone Co Limited on the text there, and made in Great Britain. It's actually in quite nice condition, this one. But there's no like tax codes on them, from what I can see. Like I say, you know, there is quite a few duplicates in this, so just for the sake of completeness, I thought I'd show you them all, which is why, you know, there's going to be more than one video to these. This is another for me too, but now this is going back to the slightly larger text, and I think this is in the original sleeve, but I'm not sure, because the fan want that 65, 66, something like this. This isn't in very good condition, actually, this one. But it does still have the Parlophone code there. No tax codes. I think this one just needs a good clean, to be honest. You probably can't see it on there, but it does actually look very, very dirty. You can see that, can't you? Now, some of you might be saying, well, why has he got more than one copy of the singles? But well, if you look, most of them are slightly different, aren't they? Now, this one should have really been in with the EPs from the other day, because this is a live recording, and it features She Loves You and Twist and Shout, and then I Saw Her Standing There and Long Tall Sally. And it was recorded live in Stockholm, Sweden, on October the 30th, 1963. And why I didn't put this in with the EPs, I don't know. And it's actually on blue vinyl, this is. And the sound quality, for saying it is a live sort of recording, is very, very nice. Side. So this is what we would call an unofficial recording, or bootleg, in other words. They are nice. Like I say, sound quality on that is okay. Value wise, probably about 15 quid. Now we're coming up to like the big singles that they started to have, from the early big singles. So this is She Loves You. And on the back of this, you get I'll Get You. This is a push out centre, 4-prong, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, the prongs there. And you could actually, if you wanted to, push it out so it could go onto like a jukebox. Again, fairly small label, writing on the label. Again, it has still got the Parlophone Co Limited, which means it's before 1966. But it is a 1N pressing. So as far as I know, this isn't still like the classed as a first press. I could be wrong. I usually am in some things. And on these Parlophone sleeves, they used to have something that was always left blank, so the retailer could actually write in the catalogue number, which on this one was R5055. I will say sorry now, because there'll probably be a lot of She Loves Yous and I Want to Hold Your Hands. And see, that one is slightly bigger. The font on it is slightly bigger, isn't it? And this one has actually got a KT tax code there. Got something on the B side as well, but I'm not quite sure what it is. Still got the Parlophone Co Limited on that. A few marks on this one. Again, it is still a 1N matrix number. KT. Can you see the KT on that there? Some people just would buy that just because it's got that number on it. Another She Loves You. And I think this one is in the original Parlophone sleeve. Actually paid £2 for this. Could be later sleeve, actually. Again, still got the Parlophone text there. This one's not in bad condition actually. Label's a little bit dirty, but like I say, I've played every one of my records at some point, but like I say, just lately, singles I don't really play that often because I'm getting lazy. This is another one of She Loves You. Again, it's got the Parlophone text. So this isn't the original sleeve for this. I think this is like an early 1960s or even late 50s sleeve. Again, you can buy these sleeves off eBay. Yeah, that's a 1N Northern Songs. Although we do get recording first published in 1963 on that one. Just there. Another She Loves You. Another She Loves You. That's another She Loves You. Well, I won't get all these out if there's more than one now. So another She Loves You. Yeah, because that's still that. Excuse me. I think most of these are just the same now. So this is a 1983 reissue, though the sleeve's not in very good condition. Like I say, it is still pretty rare to get them in the picture sleeve, or was. I mean, you can get them all in picture sleeves now, can't you? In them new box sets. But the strange thing about this is it's an original disc in it, which is a bit strange, isn't it? I always thought it was a reissue in there for some reason. That is strange. That's confused me now. That's another She Loves You on in a Columbia record sleeve for some reason. Nothing very rare about that one. That's the back of the sleeves, because I know some of you like to see the sleeves. These original sleeves, the original company sleeves, are actually worth quite a bit of money. They're probably worth more than the record. Yeah, that's still on Parlophone Co Limited. I Want to Hold Your Hand, backed by this boy. Catalogue number is R5084. An interesting thing about this is the publishing company that the Beatles had, Northern Songs Limited, wasn't it? Well, on here it's Northern Songs Music Limited, or Muse Limited. And you do get the recording first published in 1963 on this one as well. Nice condition, actually. There, look. Northern Songs Music Limited. Very, very heavy record, that one is. And I think that is the original company sleeve. Value-wise, probably about £8, maybe £10. Yeah, I bet I could probably sell this company sleeve for more than that. It's daft, isn't it? That's another I Want to Hold Your Hand. Again, in the original sleeve, by the looks of it. Exactly the same as the other one, so I won't bother getting it out. Another one, again, this is just a white paper sleeve. But it is like identical to the others. I Want to Hold Your Hand picture cover. Again, this will be from 1983. See if it's got the right record in it this time. Yeah. So on this one, it says Northern Songs Muse Limited NCB. One box EMI logo. And then it says EMI records there. On some of them, the ones from the 70s will say EMI records here. Nice though, isn't it? Bit dusty. Now we're getting on to 1964. Again, I think this is the original company sleeve. So this says "Can't Buy Me Love," and it's backed by "You Can't Do That." And now it says Northern Songs NCB, and we have got the sold in the UK text. Not too bad in it. Bit say it's very good. This one, not brilliant, but very good. So you've still got the made in Great Britain text down there, and you've still got the Parlophone Co. just there. Later ones will say the Gramophone Co. And then later ones from that will say EMI Records Limited. Then you've got the sold in the UK text. And like I say here, Northern Songs NCB now. Not even Northern Songs Limited. Strange, isn't it? But all little things like that, people will actually pay for something a little bit different. It's not worth a great deal. I think the cover's probably worth more than the record. This is another Can't Buy Me Love. I think it's identical to that one, actually. Might be slightly better condition. Yeah, this is a 1N pressing as well, by the way. Still says Northern Songs NCB, recording first published and sold in the UK text. And it is a 1N mix. It's actually in better condition than the other one. This is the 1984 UK reissue in picture sleeve. Which at least with these, and they're like the green ones, sometimes the pictures was on the back one, but they didn't really have anything to do with the year that I mean, that does look like a 1964 photo of the Beatles, doesn't it? So. And this is actually a mispress as well. Because it is labelled, you can't do that on both sides. You can't do that. And you can't do that. But that side is actually Can't Buy Me Love. And I know that because I've just put a little toddy A. So that does actually make it slightly worth a little bit more. Because it is a mislabelled. That's what that's called. Mislabelled. Although the songs are the same. Daft, isn't it? But instead of it being worth, I don't know, say £10, probably worth 15. Here we have another Can't Buy Me Love. Again, this is an original one from 1964 by the looks of it. Actually, not too bad a condition, to be honest. You can't do that. Now, if you go on eBay and Discogs, you can actually pick these up from a couple of quid. If you want a decent copy, you're going to be talking at least a £5. And if you want anywhere near an excellent copy, you're probably talking best part of £10 or more. That's each for these early ones. Next up, we've got A Hard Day's Night. Again, I think this is a slightly later sleeve because it's Fan the Fan again, and I'm sure that was 1965, 1966, but I could be wrong. Northern Songs Music Limited, now it says on it, not Northern Songs NCB or Northern Songs Limited. It's Northern Songs Music, and it is actually spelt music on this one. And it is on the Parlophone. Still got the Parlophone. Nice, yeah, Parlophone Co Limited. Oh, that's Parlophone anyway, but made in the UK still, and publishing Northern Songs Music Limited. And on the back of this, we have Things We Said Today. Lovely song that is. Catalogue number is R5160. Lovely song. Good album, good album and a good film. Again, probably worth £5 to £10. I think there's a few copies of this actually as well. Now I think that is more in the proper sleeve that would have come out in 1964. But some of them are waving, some of them are straight. That you can work out the years by that as well if they're in the right ones. Again, Parlophone Co Limited text on it. Northern Songs Music Limited. Exactly the same. This one isn't in as good a condition though, to be honest. It's got a few scratches on it. I say scratches, marks. And I know that they'll play okay. Another Hard Day's Night. I actually bought this a few years ago from Henry's Records in Burton-on-Trent. And how do I know that? Because it's got the sticker there. If you live in the East Midlands, that's a nice record shop to go and look at. Prices might have gone up slightly since I think this says first pressing, and I paid £5 for it. And it's right near the train station in Burton. Dead easy to find. But check what days is open because I'm not sure which days is open at the minute. Really nice copy actually. Say this is very good plus, easy. In fact, if I remember right, I hadn't been going out with my missus very long. And we just walked in and she actually bought me this. It's good to know that sometimes. When she's got the money. This is another Hard Day's Night. Exactly the same. This one's only very good though, not very good plus. Northern Songs Music Limited again, though. Yeah, it's still on the Parlophone code. When I say the Parlophone code on the text, I don't mean this bit here, because it was all that would always say Parlophone. It's this little bit here. You can see it. Because if up to 1965, I think it was the Parlophone code limited, and then from 65 to 69/70, it was a Gramophone code limited, and then from 70s onwards, it was EMI Records or 71, something like that. Which, if you want original copies and things like that, it is quite nice to know. And obviously, the label design on the singles didn't really change that much until the 70s. So a 1963 copy will probably look exactly the same as a 1969 copy on the singles, apart from if it's a 63 copy or 64 copy, it will say the Parlophone code on that bit there. And if it's a later one, it will say the Gramophone code. Do you understand that? Next up is one of my favourite Beatles singles. And this again, now it's gone back to Northern Songs NCB. I Feel Fine. She's a woman. She's a woman who understands. Bit of a rough copy though, to be honest, this one is. Not the best copy I've got, I don't think. But sometimes I don't think you see the scratches very good on this, but it shows up the dust, if that makes sense. Catalogue number on this was R5200. Like I say, Northern Songs NCB credit there. And the Parlophone Co Limited on the out of him. And I think that is the original company sleeve. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm just looking at this because there's something stamped on it. It says Gramophone Records Department, 240 Main Street, Rother Glen. I don't know if you can see that. I can see it. See it on there. Again, sold in the UK text and Northern Songs NCB and the Parlophone Co Limited. Not too bad a copy. Again, this is quite heavyweight record. Labels just a little. I think it's had some sort of sticker on it there by the looks of it. And it could have been a factory sample, couldn't it, I suppose? And you do get the recording first published in 1964 as well on that one. Again, I do think that is in the original company sleeve as well for the time, which again can make a hell of a lot of difference to the value. Like you could have a really battered in record, but if it's in the correct sleeve, the sleeve will be more than the record, but together it makes the value go higher. Right, now we've got a reissue from 1984. I Feel Fine, She's a Woman. Again, nice photo on the front. See what if you just take that, if you ignore that bit there, see the label design is basically the same, isn't it? Although this time it says Northern Songs Limited on that one. And then you've got EMI Records just there. One box EMI logo. Solid centre as well. That's not too bad a condition, actually. I mean, they go for roughly £10 each on their own, isn't it? Excuse me 1 second. Stop that. So we've got another copy of I Feel Fine here. Again, it's a normal plain white sleeve. So although this could be better than the one I've just shown you, it would actually be worth less. It is better actually, because it isn't in the company sleeve. Northern Songs NCB, the Parlophone Co. So it's basically the same. This one is actually really nice condition. Just can't see any tax code on it though. Well, I can, yeah, KT. Just see it there, KT. That is actually good condition. I actually surprised myself with the condition of that one. All right, now we're getting into 1965. When I get to the end of 1965, I'm going to stop and have a break, and then I'll come back and do a part 2. So this is Ticket to Ride. Backed with Yes It Is. Came out in early 1965. And the catalogue number for this is R5265. Northern Songs NCB again on this one now. And this has still got the Parlophone Co Limited text on the outer rim. And this is a stroke 3 and stroke 2. Sold in the UK text. She's got a ticket to ride. You can see this one, it has actually got a scratch there, but it's not feelable. And I know this one does play nice. Nice things to have, aren't they? As we go through this video, or the videos, as it might turn out to be, I've actually got some other records from around the world. I've got some American ones and stuff in here as well, which is nice to compare. Again, another one. Different Parlophone sleeve. I think this is an early 60s one there, because it's got things like, it's advertising people like Adam Faith and Best of the Goon shows and things like that on the back. So I don't think it's a contemporary sleeve for the actual record. Still looks nice though, doesn't it? It looks a bit quite psychedelic, doesn't it? That. Yeah, again, this is a -3 on the A side and a -2 on the B side. And this has actually got a KT tax code on there. You can just see it. And that's still got the Parlophone Co Limited on the outer emitter, the label. That's actually quite a nice condition. Again, quite heavy. This one, another Ticket to Ride. Again, very early Parlophone sleeve. I know this is a reproduction. This one, I know this isn't proper sleeve for it. And I don't know it's reproduction because I bought them. I did get quite a few, and there was just in tatty white sleeve, so I just thought I'll get any old Parlophone sleeve just to put it in. Again, Northern Songs NCB -3 -2, so it must be a first pressing then, because they're all the same, aren't they? And we've got quite a dominant KT tax code on that one. So I've got the Parlophone Co Limited on the outer rim. Nice single after that is. Really is a nice single. Now we've got Help. Again, in the same sort of period sleeve as that other one. This has still got the Parlophone Co Limited on it. You can find some where one side will say the Parlophone Co on here, and the other side will say Gramophone Co, or vice versa. They're the ones that, you know, can fetch quite nice money. Northern Songs NCB, sold in the UK text, and it has got a KT tax code just there, but it's very, very faint. So this is Help on the A side, and on the B side, you've got I'm Down, and the catalogue number is R5305. In quite nice condition, actually, that one. Another copy of Help now, which I do think, you know, I think that is probably more like the sleeve. See, I say that one's got a wavy thing, so I think this is I think this is probably sort of the sort of sleeve it would have been in originally. Northern Songs NCB. No, it's not in good nick though. It's not in very nice condition. That's still got the Parlophone Co text on the outer emitter. Can't actually see what it says on that. Yeah, probably worth around the £5 mark. I'll take the record out and get a £5 for the sleeve. That's how daft it is, though. That's, you know, again, another one. See what I mean? This is a straight top, where that is wavy top. See the difference? Now this one is slightly different. Right, so that one still said the Parlophone code into it on the outer rim. This one now says the Gramophone code. Can you see it? Gramophone Co Limited. And on the B side, it does say the Gramophone Co Limited. And you've got KT tax code on side B. Northern Songs NCB. I don't think it makes much difference in the value, whether it's when it's 1965 pressing, it says Parlophone or the Gramophone Co. I don't think it does, but some of you might know different. If you do, please let me know. Like there was, you know, I'm passing on my knowledge to you lot, but if you know something that I don't know, you know, I don't mind people saying, well, you know, no, that's that and that, you know. Again, this is a 1965 pressing. Again, it's on Gramophone Co Limited text there. No tax code there that I can see of. Northern Songs Limited. And the Gramophone Co text on the B side. This isn't in as good a condition as the other one though. Still nice to have. You ever see Beatles singles or EPs or LPs when they were the original ones? I mean 1960s. If you can afford to get them at the time, I would recommend that you do, because they will only ever go up in value. This is a slightly better copy. Still got the sold in the UK text, and it's got the Gramophone Co Limited on the outside rims again. Still Help. and then you've got a KT tax code on the B side. I'm down. I always think that's a brilliant song. If any of you have ever seen or lucky enough to see at the time the Shea Stadium concert, they do a version of that live, and John Lennon is playing electric keyboard, and George Harrison is next to him. John Lennon actually breaks down and just starts messing about. He's playing the keyboard with his elbow and everything. It's absolutely hilarious to watch. Obviously, you know, it's not very often shown on telly, but this is what we're saying about things that maybe should come out. It's probably that. You know, do the album and I don't know, DVD or Blu-ray. Right, this is We Can Work It Out. Now this has got the Parlophone Co. Limited text on the outside now. And this is the latest single, isn't it? So I think in 1965, I think they must have used both. It's got the Parlophone label for data text. So the catalogue number for this is R5389. This is in quite nice condition. This is in good condition, actually. And I'd say again, this is probably in a proper period sleeve. Obviously, if you're watching my channel, you do go on YouTube sometimes, don't you? So if you put in the Beatles, We Can Work It Out, it will show you a black and white video of them doing We Can Work It Out. And again, John Lennon looks like he's about to crack up laughing all the way through it. I love John Lennon. I think he was brilliant. I really do. Right, we've got another We Can Work It Out now. This time, got the Gramophone Co. text there. And the Gramophone Co. text on B side. You see it. Again, really nice copy. Sold in the UK text still. And this was actually what they called a double A side. So both sides actually got to number one. Both sides were given equal amount of airplay. One of the best singles the Beatles have made, in my humble opinion, which probably isn't worth a lot. Again, We Can Work It Out. Another slightly different, well, completely different Parlophone company sleeve. And I'd say this was original as well. This is the Gramophone Co. Gramophone Co. text on the labels. And I don't know if you can see it has actually got a KT tax code there. Again, nice condition, not bad. Another We Can Work It Out, which is exactly the same. This has got the Gramophone Co. text on both sides, and they're sold in the UK tax code and period company sleeve. And another one, Northern Songs NCB. Slightly bigger wording on that one there. Gramophone Co. text on the outsides. Company sleeve from the same period. Right, so that's going to be the end of part one. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you to everybody that is subscribing to my channel and to everybody that is watching my videos and liking my videos. And like I say, if you do want to put any comments, you are more than welcome. So I'm going to leave it here for now, and I will be back in a little while to do part two. Like I say, to get through this box, it's probably going to be in probably 3, maybe 4 parts. We've already done the EP, so that at least that has took some of them out of it. So yes, I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I say, love your records, cherish your records, clean your records, above all, play your records. So I will see you in the next video on the other side of this. So whatever you're doing, look after one another, stay safe, and I will see you soon on the next video.